Hey, what's up, y'all? In a previous video, I gave my top 5 tech jobs you can get that don't require coding. This is kind of a follow-up to that video. I'll link it in the description below and a card above. But pretty much what I specified in that video is that there's a specific segment of tech companies that are primed to do really well during this recession period and should be able to outlast however long this economic downturn is. I was able to narrow that profile down into 4 distinct criteria that maybe you should consider while searching for your next role within the tech industry, or if you're not looking, just so you can be more knowledgeable with the industry as a whole. I'm gonna roll the intro and we'll get right to it. The first thing that comes to mind is being well-funded, self-explanatory, but I'm gonna go and explain it anyway. The more money a company has in the bank account, the longer it can outlast the situation where it doesn't have the income coming in. So well-funded can mean different things to different people. Some people, it can be 20 million, 40, 90, 500 mil. It all depends, but I guess my own personal definition of well-funded, it needs to have 60 million plus, with 20 million of that being within the last year and a half. I don't really have a good reason for that. It's an arbitrary number, but it makes me feel comfortable depending on the size of the company. Which leads me to my next criteria, being a lean company. And lean as in as few bodies as possible without losing productivity. So a lot of larger organizations will be just so massive that there's a lot of overlap between people's roles and what they do. And that some people can actually just hide in the corner, not really do anything, collect a check and go home. That's good if you don't really want to do work while at work, but it's bad because if you're not valuable, it's really easy to cut you in times like this. And the most expensive thing for most organizations is headcount, the amount of employees that they have. So the fewer employees, the better, assuming that they're all extremely valuable. Now, you don't want to see a company that's only had, say, 20 million in funding, but have a headcount of like 800 people. Well, one, I don't even understand how they'd be able to afford anything, but just common sense things. So I can't give you like a direct number of exactly how small it should be per dollar amount, but just do whatever makes sense to you. You're a smart person, you're able to figure this out. The third criteria to consider is B2B companies as opposed to B2C. So, business selling to businesses versus businesses selling to consumers. Reason why is, as people are unemployed, they have less disposable income. So they have less money for, more frivolous things. For example, like Apple's probably gonna have a pretty large drop off in iPhone sales because, if you don't have any money, you're not gonna spend the limited savings you have on an iPhone, assuming you're a rational person. But B2B, on the other hand, businesses that sell to other businesses, that whole ecosystem, well, nothing really changed because it's so many steps removed from the consumer dollar. Because if it's, say, like my company selling to Microsoft is only going to be so affected by this because a lot of their income comes from other businesses, government contracts. There are just so many steps so that money can keep circulating around. So that closed ecosystem of companies will kind of be able to just circle money between each other for quite a while. Fourth criteria to consider is its SaaS, as in software as a service. Now, this right here is the strongest indicator that a company is set up to outlast the situation. The reason why is because all of their customers are already locked into a contract. So in a SaaS model, you're locked into at least a year contract. The longest I've seen in my short experience has been a 3-year contract, but the organizations, they pay you on a monthly basis. So you have your money that is guaranteed. In the industry, these terms are known as ARR and MRR. ARR is annual recurring revenue, so your subscription payments, and monthly recurring revenue, obviously monthly payment. Well-funded SaaS companies are just in a great position because not only do they already have money in the bank from their investors, they have a pretty much guaranteed source of income for at least the next few months, as opposed to that sharp drop-off that a lot of consumer businesses are seeing. So say things like Nike. I don't think they have a subscription model for anything that I'm aware of. It's pretty much just all shipping units. And if people aren't buying these units, that's just a massive drop-off in their sales right then and there. But say a software company like, Zoom, they're actually doing pretty great during this time. Zoom, a lot of their customers are locked into a contract. They're getting paid on the 1st of April, May, June, July, August. So realistically, they wouldn't see a drop off in their cash flow and continue business as usual. And I believe that stability and cash flow is exactly why many of the organizations that fit this profile are still hiring, because I mean, they already know how much money they're going to make. They know when their contracts end, so they know at least this amount of money is going to keep going. And SaaS models are all about scalability, so you need more people in to do more things to get more customers in that whole situation. So most of the legitimate SaaS companies that I've seen, at least in the San Francisco Bay Area, are still hiring according to plan. So there's still some stability in your work, assuming you're actually still doing your job. Most of these companies also know, like, yeah, things are going to be tougher, like bringing in more revenue. So they've adjusted their goals. So they're shifting their focus to 2021. So they're trying to bring in people right now to train them. So once the economy does recover, which is estimated to be sometime next year, they can just get back on track and start meeting those new heights. So yeah, that's my take on it. It might be helpful to you applying those 4 criteria. I really hope it helps with your search. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. Like and subscribe if this is video, and share it with some people that want to know some stuff on what to look for searching for a job in this time. Or if you're on the investor side, looking at those things also give you a better inclination where to put your money. So depending what side of the gamut you're on, I hope this is at least a little bit informational if you didn't know. And if not, I'll try again next time. All right, peace.